Right on. It's recording. So what's up, Danny? How you doing? Doing a Skype interview with you. And let's see. We've crossed paths a few times.
Yeah.
We've actually never had a like an in-depth conversation about what's going on in the industry and the world. And just curious, what got you into cryptocurrency?
The same as most, the Ron Paul thing. You know, I was a Ron Paul delegate 2012, running around with the crazy sign that says "End the Fed." 2013, I started getting into Bitcoin pretty heavy and figured out that I didn't need to end anything. I can just opt out.
So what got you? What were you doing with Bitcoin? You just investing, or were you mining at that time?
I went down to that Gulch, Chile thing, and I met this young kid who was buying land in Chile with Bitcoin. And, you know, the year before I'd heard about it, it was like a $30, and now it's $216. Okay, yeah, I'm in. So I came home and I went just full retard on Bitcoin after that. And
yeah, for sure.
Never looked back. And over the last 2 years, I've pretty much lived 100% off of Bitcoin. Crypto Dash, mostly off Dash because Dash is our main sponsor. And, you know, market's taking its toll. So here I am. I'm building this fine sunroom over here today.
Nice. You're in Dallas. You're in Dallas, Texas right now, right?
I'm in Dallas right now, trying to get in on a hailstorm that happened here. So I'm doing a little bit of construction and trying to build some money back up and start buying more crypto.
Yeah, for sure. I can totally relate to that. I remember mining Bitcoin in 2010 for a short period of time, and then giving up on it, and then being reintroduced to it when I heard it was $500. So like you know, it was like you heard it was 30, then you heard it was 200 something, and you just that's what bit you. Same thing for me. And I've been living off cryptocurrency for 2+ years myself. And you bring up Dash. You want to just tell some people what Dash is that they might not know?
Dash is a fork of Bitcoin, and their focus is more on usability, quick and cheap payments. It's not, the digital gold, although it is a digital gold, it doesn't claim to be what Bitcoin is. It's more of a payments network. And then, there's a 10% block reward that comes out every month that is focused on marketing and things like that, and that's how we get paid out of it. And that also utilizes some really cool stuff, like in Venezuela, where they've realized that, hey, we can make some money off of doing this too. And so they're advertising for Dash all over Venezuela, and now you have thousands of merchants that are accepting it. People are using it for remittance, and it's one of the more widely used cryptocurrencies out of necessity in Venezuela.
Yeah, you said that Dash is your main sponsor. To take a step back, Bitcoin itself is has a proof of work algorithm, so it's basically just comes into circulation by mining. But Dash is somewhat of a hybrid, and it allows masternode holders, as we call them, to stake a certain amount, which is 1,000 tokens, which basically gives them voting rights, where we can have proposals, and then a certain amount of that Dash can be allocated to passing proposals. So you've been involved with the proposal system for how long now?
A little over 2 years, and it's actually 45% proof of work mining, 45% is the masternodes. So securing the network is divided between the masternodes, and the proof of work verifies the transactions, but special services that are built on top of that, that's what the masternodes do: the instant send, private send, things like that. And then 10% of the block reward, 45% goes to the proof of work, 45% goes to masternodes. The 10% remaining is for development and advertising and things like that.
Weren't you involved with some hurricane relief when that storm hit?
Yeah.
In Texas it was, right?
Yeah. So what we did was, it started out with Jason King. Jason King just
He's running across the country at the moment.
He's running across the country. So on some of this, we were kind of inspired by what he was doing, and we built that up in Austin, teamed up with Arcade City. We were feeding the homeless. It's funding that we had from Dash and from donations from restaurants, stuff like that. And I started traveling around the country, and I was doing it from city to city. And after the tour around the country, I still had money left over. So I went down to Houston area, whatever, all along the Texas coast during the hurricane. And when I went down there, people started donating the same night I left. We just posted on the radio, hey, we're going to go down here and help people out. And the next thing I know, we got more funding from Dash, but also people donated. And I was down on the coast for a full month. We helped over 3,000 people. We bought a boat, pulled 30 people in the water. And I went to 12 cities. It was pretty incredible just to be able to do that with cryptocurrency. And not only that, just to see in a fast boat. That was the guy who was out there actually helping, where FEMA and Cross they weren't really doing that much, you know. It was disgusting what I've seen at the Anarchy Center, which is kind of a football stadium where they were housing all the, you know, the refugees and stuff. They were treating them like prisoners, just treating them like dirt. And we went in there to, you know, and snuck in and smuggled stuff in, give them, because they weren't getting it.
How anarchist.
Yeah. And yeah, just it was incredible just to see people stepping up, and the government really wasn't doing shit. Like government police and stuff like that, FBI, all these others, state police and everything, they were getting involved and doing their little thing. What I did encounter is when I went to some smaller towns, the local police, they actually did give a shit. So, you know, I got good information and help from them. So I can't, as much as I would like to talk shit about the police, because I'm not really a fan of them, I can't say that about the small town police. They were doing a pretty good job.
I'm from a very small town myself in upstate New York, and I completely agree with you. You know, a lot of the police, the local town police I went to high school with, and they're small town communities, or communities in general, seem to thrive a bit. And Dash itself is a community with the master nodes and the proposal system. And so how long have you been in the RV? Were you driving around in an RV randomly before crypto, or was it the cryptocurrency explosion that sort of gave you this freedom and you said, I'm going out on the bus?
I mean, I've had RVs for years, and you know, we upgraded last year, but I'm using it all the time now. I'm pretty much almost full time in it because I'm able to, you know, I live in Austin, but there's no from here in Dallas, so I just jump in the RV, load everything up, and I'm relocated here.
Rad. And you run the crypto show out of there, right? You want to tell us what the crypto show is and kind of how we can find you?
So with the funding from Dash allows us to get on the air on I think we're on 5 different networks right now. And so it's just Bloomberg radio, just your typical mainstream radio. So you'll have Dell Walmsley or whatever, these real estate reports. And then the next thing you know, here we come with talking crazy crypto shit. So we're trying to reach the people that, you know, the crypto media, it's kind of a big circle jerk. It's the same people. None of us are actually doing our part, I think, to reach out and get new people in. And that's what I think, what we are accomplishing, at least to a small extent, with the radio is outside. So what we do is we'll find the most interesting projects and try to bring those people on to talk, whether it's Jason King or the guys from Factum. Just like what are everyday uses that you can use the blockchain for that's thought of. We interview those people and bring them on, and so when people are driving around their car and they hear, oh wow, I didn't know you could your real estate on the blockchain.
Yeah.
Right. But there's gaming, there's simple stuff. Everybody just when we can buy drugs on the dark net, and we're trying to break that mold.
Right. Yeah. People don't understand. They say, why would you want to put real estate on the blockchain? You say, well, then you can split a house up into 10 different tokens, and you can trade it around, and it works good for it. You can have multiple owners. Everything is public. You can put anything on the blockchain and keep it transparent.
Well, if you've bought a house and you've paid all of the closing fees, all of there's like 100 different fees that you have to pay to close on your house. All of those things could be mitigated by blockchain, whether it's your title, whatever. All those things could be done much easier and save the people who are buying and selling a lot of money.
Right, and a lot of people don't understand why we need decentralized monies. People don't understand what the Federal Reserve System is, or how central banking has gotten control of everything, and how it basically finances the government to do whatever it wants to do. People don't understand the necessity for decentralization.
Right.
And that's part of the education process. So we're doing a proposal right now also, and we put you on there, and you're involved with it for Anarchadelphia. We want to get you out to Philly in September. We got a bunch of Dash community involved, and I mean, you're interested, right? We talked about it briefly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. I know, and Chuck wants to come out too, and Chuck's a great speaker. I'm behind the scenes more. I don't take I never take the front role in what we do on the radio. I just come up with the plots of what we're going to be talking about. I reach out and find the guest. I add comic relief. I do my own interviews from time to time, but I usually rely on a lead co-host, and Chuck is fantastic for that because he's a former developer for Dash, and he understands crypto quite a bit. So he adds a lot to the show that my last co-host did not. Which he was good as well, but he knew everything about 9/11, but not enough about crypto. So it's really it's great to have Chuck on board.
Yeah, Chuck is great. Chuck's he's on board. We want to have him as our lead keynote speaker for Dash, and we're reaching out to the rest of the community. Joel from Dash News, he's interested. Crypto Teller, he's pretty close to Philadelphia. He wants to bring some Dash ATMs down. And
cool.
It's really going to be cool. We really want to get Dash a lot of exposure.
Philadelphia.
Yeah, I think he changed it. Well, he's got 2 handles now, or what? Crypto Teller as well, no? Philadelphia?
That may be.
I think he changed it.
Okay.
Brian? Yeah,
okay. Cool.
You want to tell anybody who's watching how they can get involved in the proposal system, what it takes to submit a proposal?
I guess the main thing is how what is it that you're good at, and how can you take that talent and make it benefit the Dash network, right? I'm a good sign painter, right? How can I go out and paint some signs to help promote Dash and make money out of it? I'm a coder. Maybe I've got some just really cool technology that would probably blend in with the Dash network. You go to the Dash Masternode system, which is dashcentral.org, and make a proposal. It does cost you 5 Dash to submit that proposal. So, don't just throw an idea together that's not, you really got to think about it and make sure that it's a good idea that benefits the whole network.
Yep, exactly. That's what we're doing with. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that can apply to anybody if you just dig down and figure out what your talent is and how can you use that talent to make service to the network.
Yeah, most definitely. And now they've incorporated a concept section, so you can put your concept out on the Dash Nexus and get some feedback before you actually have to pay that 5 Dash, because 5 Dash right now is about $600. And when we entered our proposal, Sorry, we had an audio failure, but what I'm talking about here is how the amount of Dash that we were seeking was impacted by the market's volatility. The market pumped, and then we submitted the proposal, and then the market jumped back down 10%, but that's just what happens. Value that we actually needed, which is something that I think could be adjusted. I think it needs to be brought to attention to Dash Nexus and the community as well. Maybe if there was some sort of like sliding scale, like, because once you submit the proposal, you're kind of locked in.
Well, yeah, I mean that's you got to take the good with the bad. I mean, for me, last year I was, submitting proposals, and they would come in at one rate, and then it would pump up, and I would come out on the winning end. And as it start on the downward spiral from that market, coming into the bear market, I was putting my own cash into things and trying to hang on to the Dash, and that was the wrong move. So I ended up losing money, my own cash and stuff instead. So, you take the good with the bad. Over our last few proposals, I've lost money on some of the airtime and stuff that it takes to get on the radio. I didn't complain because this past month I came out ahead. So, I mean, either you believe in using crypto or you don't. And so you can't just like, oh man, I lost my ass on it. That too bad. I mean, that's part of living on crypto.
For sure. Yeah. The volatility is part of that crypto life, part of that data life.
Yeah. You can benefit from the volatility just as bad as you can lose your ass on it. So.
Right on. And the great thing is if your proposal does get passed and say it's a multi-month payout, you can always enter another proposal to ask for that additional value if it's needed.
Yeah, I've never done that. I've always, just felt like if it didn't work out, then you come back and said, hey, I lost money. I try to make up for it on the next run.
Yeah, exactly. So do you do a proposal every month? Every other month or so?
The longest we've gone, we did have a 6-month proposal at one point, which is the longest I think anyone's ever done. And after that, when the price started coming down, we just started doing 3-month proposals instead. Mostly just to be more respectful of the network, kind of, because you never know what the volatility is. So 3 months is more reasonable.
Right. Right on. So where do you plan on going to next?
I don't even know.
That's a great answer. Yeah. Sounds like my life,
Yeah, whatever pops up, I think. There's some events going on around here, so I'll probably hang out and do some of the events that are happening here in Dallas. I was supposed to go meet with Barrett Brown last night, but I was a little bit tired and didn't make it. I wish I would have actually after seeing the news today about Julian Assange.
Terrible.
Yeah, that's not good for free press.
No. Right on. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm headed out to Philly for the summer. Got a lot of work to do. Can't wait to see you there in September. Hopefully you'll spread the word. We want to spread the word about Dash and occultism and cryptocurrency and anarchy and, how to take self-ownership, change the world. That's what we're doing.
Be sure to smoke one with Ken while you're out there.
Ken's he's in LA with some of our colleagues right now. Yeah, but he'll definitely be coming. He's definitely involved. He's absolutely there. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a
yeah, he's a trip.
Yeah.
Right on, Danny. Well, I appreciate your time.
Yeah, no problem.
And let's talk more often.
Okay, man. Have a good one. All right.
Peace. Join the State of Anarchy this September's Harvest Moon in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where this gathering of like minds aims to foster unbreakable relationships between the movement's leading forces, whom teach self-love and ownership, blockchain techno-economics,
as well as exposing the Earth's sacred hidden knowledge. So will we see you there?